Hello. Today we're going to be replacing the PETCOCK and the pair. We're going to get rid of the pair valve. This thing. And replacing this thing on the Suzuki DRZ 400. It started to leak. I guess after doing research, vacuum PETCOCK systems are just kind of unreliable. And I want to switch it over to conventional fuel PETCOCK with the on, off, and reserve. You just got to remember when you do that to shut it off. But yeah, so I'll show you. It's leaking right now. It's leaking from it. I'll start the bike. Let me choke it. Started leaking at the end of my ride, and this Sunday a few days ago, and yeah, I was like, oh damn, better get back. And luckily I wasn't too far away. Yeah, so we're gonna replace this. I'll kind of show you the steps, or at least I have never done this, but yeah, so I'll try to be as quick as possible. But yeah, it's leaking from that. Still waiting for my valve, but I'll show you guys kind of what I do. Or I'm waiting for my the actual PETCOCK itself. My bad. I'm waiting for the PETCOCK in the gasket, and it's supposed to be here today. But I'm gonna get started. Gonna take off the tank, take off the PETCOCK, or take off the tank with the PETCOCK, unhook all this, then get rid of all the pair valve and the vacuum lines, cap off the vacuum line on the carburetor, block off the little plate that this thing goes to. This is, I guess, to inject air on top of the exhaust port over here, because to like help with emissions. So yeah, then got to cap this, and you could just cap it right here too for the carburetor, but I'm gonna try to take all this off so it's not there anymore, and then cap it at the carburetor. And yeah, that should be the job. I'll try to let you guys know the steps I took. There's a lot of other videos out here about it that I watched already, but I figured it'd be a good content idea. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. First thing I did was take off all the body panels, all 8 and 10 millimeter screws or bolts, and then I popped off the PETCOCK fuel line right here. I just took it off from right there. You could take it off from right there too, I guess, if you want. And yeah, took the gas tank, flipped it upside down, put it on a 5-gallon bucket, 5-gallon pail with the, this cloth to kind of protect it. Yeah, so I did first. Next thing I did was remove the actual pair valve itself. 8 millimeter on top, 10 millimeter on bottom with the spacer. Then you got to take off the skid plate, 4 10 millimeter bolts, and you got to pull this air valve. That'll be right here. It's super easy. Just pull straight down on it out the hose. And now I can take out this pair valve. Add it back, and I think I could just pull this up. I might have to loosen up this zip tie, but I can pull the pair valve out now. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna completely take this out. The next thing I did was I pulled this radiator plastic fin that was on the fins. You had to pull this, it was like in there like this. This part was, and this part over here too, and I just squeezed it, pulled it back. Just had to pull the top part back. 2 10 millimeter screws holding on the radiator. Put an extension on my my gun, my impact, and took them out. 2 10 millimeter bolts. and then I could get at the 3 10mm bolts for the fan. You'll be able to get at 2 of them, but to get one of these, I think it's this one, you got to pull back the radiator. So you got to pull back the radiator, take those 2 bolts. Well, take those 2 bolts out. Yeah, pull this back, take the 2 bolts out. That back, take the fan off, 3 bolts, and then there's where the pair valve goes into the cylinder head for emissions. So I don't know what size Allen bolt that is, like a 4, 5, 6, something like that. I'm gonna see if I have a socket head for that, take it off. If not, I can probably get a wrench on it, Allen wrench. But yeah, then, you know, you could just cap this if you didn't want to do all that, or put a vacuum cap on that, this little hose. But I'm gonna take it off, and then we gotta cut something out, fabricate something to put back on that to block out any dirt or debris from getting in there. So yeah, we'll do that. It's a number 5 Allen head. And of course, I had a number 4 Allen head socket, number 6, but couldn't find the 5. So I had to use one of these. But once you get them a few turns, you can pull it out pretty easy by your hand. You don't need to use a wrench anymore because there ain't much room to spin the wrench. But yeah, got that out. Got to make a plate now to cover it. Fabricate something up. Got an idea of what I'm gonna do, and yeah, I'm gonna trace this piece with a marker and cut it out with the Dremel saw. Gotta put a different bit on there. I'm gonna put a cutting bit on there. A rotary tool. That's the name for it. Put it in the vice grips, and then mark out on the template or the piece that I'm going to use where the holes go. Drill it. I'll show you the metal that I'm thinking of working with. It's a lot thinner than this, but I think all I have to do is really just block. You just want to block that hole right there. So I think the metal that I have will work. It will suffice, but it's probably like the metal I have is like 22, 20 gauge. This is probably, I don't know, like 10. So it's a little bit thinner, but I think it should be good. I also got some RTV gasket to put on it, gasket maker. So yeah, I'm gonna go try to fabricate that thing. Here's my template that's going to go in place of this pipe right here to block the airflow, or block any air and getting in the exhaust. Yeah, I took this kind of metal right here that I found laying around. I don't know, it's kind of thin, but I used this grinder to cut it down to a reasonable size, and then just use my grinder to shape it right here. Yeah, don't gotta be nothing too crazy. It's not like you're gonna see it, but and then it was 5/64, I believe, for the drill size to drill these out. Just put them in the vise and drilled it out. Yeah, I'm giving it a little paint for rust protection. Gonna put some RTV on it, and yeah, that's what I did. So then also I used some 3/16 cap. I cut it basically maybe a little over half to put on top. Where is it? All right, here, of the carburetor of the actual nozzle that was pulling in the vacuum. So you don't want to leave that you know, uncovered, especially, you know, riding around. So, you know, cap that off. You could cap it off at the hose too, or if you wanted to, but I just pulled the hose off, the one that went down to the PETCOCK, the actual supply of the vacuum, and then just capped it. So while my little metal piece is drying, got out the old PETCOCK, the vacuum powered one, took it out of the tank. There's my new one. This is a Raptor 660 Yamaha OEM. I think it was like, for this and the gasket, it was like $60. but it's just no vacuum line, just on, off, reserve. The nozzle for the gas is coming out on the side instead of below it, but I don't think that's really gonna be much of a problem. Obviously, like, you won't need this anymore because it's not a vacuum petcock, it's just a standard, it's called gravity fed petcock or whatever. A lot shorter of a reserve. You could take this out probably, I think, and take out, you know, or maybe you could pull these out. I think you could swap them somehow. I think you could, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it how it is. You're gonna have a lot less reserve. You just gotta know that. And yeah, I put the gasket on. This gasket, or this one right here that goes on the tank, that's a new gasket. And then it came with the gasket right here. So go put that back on the tank. Yeah. All right, well, there's the piece. Probably should have made the holes a little bit bigger, but nonetheless, it's on there and it's pretty snug. I think it will suffice for what I needed to do, which is just block that air hole. So there's that on there. Now to get the tank back on and get everything back on and see how the gas line routes. And yeah, all right, tank back on and petcock hooked up. A lot of people take the nozzle that the petcock comes with and put a new one in there, like a 90, because it kind of does have a kink in it up here. But I was hearing people that just leave it like this too say it works fine. It kind of gets in the way of the choke a little bit. You can still pull the choke out. Kind of pushes it back, but I usually only need half choke anyway. So yeah, that's fully out. And half. So I think that's gonna be all right. I don't think it's that big of a kink. We'll run it like that. We'll see what's up. We'll start it up. Looks like it's doing good. Yay. No more leak at least. Just in case any gas got in my engine, if it was leaking internally or something like that. I don't think it was, but I got the oil here, might as well be safe than sorry. But yeah, not too hard to do. I just left the original fitting. Yeah, it gets in the way of a choke a little bit, but you can still pull it out. I may want to change the fitting on it sometime. I might do that in the winter, but right now, to get the last few rides in this year, I think it will